Lewis. Welcome back to another Howling podcast, season 2, ladies and gentlemen. If you missed any of the episodes, you're able to go on the channel in the playlist for season 2 as well as season 1. Today we're going to talk about brainstorms. Actually, over the next few episodes here, when it comes to the story part, my stories part, we're going to talk about a few stories that started off as brainstorms, if you will. So with my stories and with my poetry and stuff like that, it's all about the phrases that are in top or the side of my head. With my poetry, it's a different story. It's like about, anyway, we're not going to, this ain't about poetry. This is about stories. With the stories, it's all about the words and phrases that are in my head, the conjugations, the things that are on my, or in my head, they're jumbled together. I get the title on, as I said with my stories, I get the title, and then very much the ideas start flowing. So I wrote a story called The Stagecoach of Doom. And I put it to Facebook. I added to Facebook on the notes. And when I added to Facebook on the notes, it turned out that everybody loved it. Everybody loved the story. I got a lot of great feedback from it. But of course, you can't do that now on Facebook. You can't post any notes or anything anymore. So screw you, Mark Zuckerberg. But anyway, The Stagecoach of Doom, after receiving this high praise, this is a good story. I enjoyed reading it. I said to myself, I can make a series out of this. Terror Tales from the Old West, a series. Which basically, if we're talking about series, we're talking like half-hour episodes, if you will, of show, like maybe a half hour or 20 minutes to half-hour episodes for television. If this, just saying, just speaking. So I made a bunch of stories through this, or at this Terror Tales from the Old West. I had another story that I had wrote called The Ghost Town of Terror. And I added that as well. That's like the Stagecoach of Doom, or the Ghost Town of Terror is the 5th episode, and the Stagecoach of Doom is the 6th episode of season 1. We go to season 2, and I did season 2 as well. There's a second season as well of the Terror Tales from the Old West. And there's 2 more parts to the Stagecoach of Doom. The Stagecoach of Doom rides again, and then the Stagecoach of Doom, the final ride. You get the backstory of the Stagecoach of Doom. Everything comes together as to why the stagecoach is riding. The ghost stagecoach, you will, or whatever it be. I'm not getting the details of that. You have to read that for yourself. It gives the backstory of how the stagecoach is doing what it's doing. Absolutely amazing things go on in these Terror Tales from the Old West. Like, you have a marshal who's crooked. You have a medicine man, an Indian medicine man whose practice goes wrong. You have a stranger who rides into town and takes care of people and whatnot. Uh, kills people, whatever. It's just the stories that came through out of the out of the Terror Tales from the Old West have been absolutely amazing. Uh, they have been something that I've been very proud of. I've been very proud of making. Um, there's a little story called "The Barn." That is part of the. I think it's the second season that's part of, and it's called "The Barn," and it's probably one of the best in the series for the second season. Like I said, it's called The Barn. And then, of course, there's Madame Maria. Yeah, it's episode 2 of season 2. It's called The Barn. All these stories, folks, like I said, off the top of my head, all these stories just continue I mean, it's just amazing how I write. I put a title down. I absolutely have the ideas flowing to me like crazy. As I've said, I think I said this in previous episodes. Uh, Here talking about that. If I have not, well, those of you who don't know, that's how it is. That's how it goes. I mean, my stories are absolutely just off the top of my head, just random thoughts that come into my head, and I throw it out on a piece of paper, or that I type in the laptop, or in a computer, or whatever. That's just how they perceive. I'm going to leave a link to the description where you can find my writings, find the episodes of season one. I don't think I have season three on there yet, because I think season three, I'm still working on that, and as of right now, uh, I've not got writer's block. As I tell people, I don't got writer's block. I just don't have the focus that I need to to look into, to finishing these up. But we do have season one and season two of Tales from the Old West, the series, and I suggest everybody go in there and read them. They're actually, they're really short reads. Like I said, they're like five, like maybe 15 or 20 minutes to a half hour episodic things that would be on if it was on your television, and they're absolutely amazing. I love the Tales from the Old West. If I was asked, what is that one series, or what is that one story that you have written, or series that you have written, that you're most proud of? I'm proud of them all, but the Stagecoach of Doom, that story was spawned off to the Tales from the Old West. I appreciate you all stopping in. Like I said, we were talking about the Tales from the Old West, the series. Just one little story, which was that Stagecoach of Doom that come into the whole Tales from the Old West. Very proud of it. Like I said, this has been the Howling Mood Podcast. We'll see you for the next one. Wolfman Lewis. Ow! Ah!